All right, let's dive into No Country for Old Men. We start with Sheriff Tom Bell reflecting on his past and the changing nature of crime in his county. It's a haunting setup, a sense that something fundamental has shifted, that the old ways of law and order are no longer sufficient for what's coming. Hard to believe it's already on. My grandfather was a lawman, father too. Me and him were sheriffs at the same time, him up in Plainview and me out here. We cut to Llewellyn Moss, a Vietnam veteran out hunting. His discovery of a drug deal gone wrong sets the stage. He stumbles upon a pile of bodies, a stash of heroin, and a briefcase full of cash, a decision that immediately places a target on his back. Now, enter Anton Chigurh, a chillingly efficient and merciless hitman with a signature weapon, a captive bolt stunner. His pursuit of Moss and the money is relentless, driven by an almost inhuman sense of purpose. He's been planning to kill somebody for as long as he can remember. He said if they turned him out, he'd do it again. Back in town, Sheriff Bell processes a disturbed boy he apprehended after being found with a tank attached to his arm and recounts the tale of this crime and the boy to his peers at the jail. Moss, realizing the danger, sends his wife, Carla Jean, to her mother's for safety. He checks into a motel, trying to stay one step ahead, not understanding the dark forces he's unleashed. There's this boy I set to the electric chair down in Huntsville here a while back. He killed a 14-year-old girl. Lured into a trap, Moss finds himself wounded and desperate in a hotel shootout. Chigurh, always a step ahead, leaves a trail of carnage in his wake. The focus shifts to Carson Wells, another hitman hired to recover the money and deal with Chigurh. He finds Moss and warns him of the danger he is in, offering help that comes at a steep price. After a meeting orchestrated by Wells, Moss decides to hand over the money. But their meeting is ambushed, and Wells is killed, leaving Moss once again on the run. The papers said it was a crime of passion, but he told me there wasn't any passion to it. Meanwhile, Sheriff Bell, grappling with his sense of inadequacy, delves deeper into the case. His conscience weighs heavily on him. It's not that I'm afraid of it. I don't want to push my chips forward and meet something I don't understand. Moss calls Carla Jean, promising to meet her in El Paso. But his every move is anticipated, leading to another deadly ambush just across the border in Mexico. Carla Jean is traveling and receives a disturbing late-night phone call. "What are you doing?" "Something you don't want to talk about." "I'm going to have to leave you something, baby." She is now fully involved and has to decide to trust or not trust the strange man on the end of the line because there are no other options. She is told to meet at a certain time and place. In the desolate aftermath, Sheriff Bell arrives at the scene, the border crossing where Moss was murdered. The bleakness of the landscape mirrors the moral vacuum he sees consuming the world around him. I don't know what to make of it, and I surely don't. Review text. As Carson Wells enters the hotel, he's met by Anton Chigurh, who coolly greets him. There's no room for negotiation here. Chigurh wastes no time leading Wells to his room with a quiet intensity that sends shivers down your spine. Inside the room, the stage is set for their chilling encounter. Wells, ever the strategist, sits with his cowboy hat obscuring his eyes, attempting to assess the situation, while Chigurh sits ominously with his silenced shotgun resting on his lap. Wells tries to appeal to Chigurh, offering the money and claiming it could be written off as a business loss, emphasizing his role as merely a day trader. He tries humor and logic, even offering the information about where to find the money. But Chigurh's calm smile signals something far more sinister. Their dialogue is a dance of wills, both assessing the other, with some veiled threats and some outright accusations. Chigurh counters Wells' attempts with an unsettling mix of reason and chilling detachment. In a moment of stark realization, Wells admits to knowing where the money is hidden, prompting Chigurh to note that, if he knew, Wells would already have it. Then Chigurh says something even more chilling, that he knows what is going to be. Thanks for tuning in. Stay curious, stay awesome, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more amazing content.